So let us discuss important questions from paper 7. Paper 7 comprises of DOE and vital statistics and official statistics. So just I'll discuss, again I'll send you the corresponding list of questions also. So you know that paper 7 comprises of 3 units, unit 1, unit 2 and unit 3. As you well know about the pattern of the examination, you'll have list of short answers and long answer questions. So each short answer carries 3 marks and long answer carries each 12 marks. So let us see what are the maybe some of the expected or some of the questions for short answers from unit 3. So what is the first topic in unit 1? You have analysis of variance, CRD and RBD. These are the major topics from unit 1. Say ANOVA, CRD and RBD. This is the main topics from unit 1. Here you have missing plot techniques in RBD, LST. You have official statistics. This is the portion under unit 2. Under unit 3 you have vital statistics. Let us see now. I will discuss the short answers you are going to get. You may get define ANOVA. This is one of the question you may get. And its assumptions under ANOVA. All these are short answers, okay? Cochrane's theorem and Gauss-Markov setup. Gauss-Markov setup. These and in addition to this, under short answer question, you may get what is one-way classification, what is two-way classification, what is CRD, what is RBD. Now, as I said you that while preparing for examination, don't divide that into parts. Read entire one-way classification. You may get any one short answer like define one-way classification or what is a linear model in one-way classification. Up to that it's a 1 mark question. Means you need to write the linear model and the associated components. Yij is equal to mu plus alpha I plus Eij. You should describe what is mu, alpha I, Eij. And what is the next step in one-way analysis? You have writing the model, statistical analysis. Under statistical analysis, you should write what is the null hypothesis, what is the alternative hypothesis, and you have different side headings under statistical analysis called. Better you take out your notebook so that whatever I am teaching or whatever I am telling, you will be able to understand. Otherwise, just still listen the class. That's all. Take out your book and open the one-way classification, all of you. Then only you can understand what I am teaching. If I go on writing everything here, I think it won't be clear. Just take out your notebooks. One-way classification, paper 7, one-way classification. So what is the starting part you have? What is define one-way ANOVA is a one short answer question. One short answer. And writing statistical model and null hypothesis. And then if you come to the next subsequent steps, you have estimation of parameters by least squares estimator is the first estimator. You are going to estimate their mu and alpha I. After estimating, partition sum of the squares is the second side heading. After that, expectation of sum of squares. After that, you have calculated the test statistic F for testing H0. At last, you went for ANOVA. Means one-way classification consists of definition, writing linear model, estimation of the parameters, partition sum of squares, estimation of sum of squares, and test statistic. Last step is ANOVA table is important. So out of these side headings, you may get up to that. You define for a short answer means you will get define one-way ANOVA. Write the statistical model is one short answer, and another one is nothing but write ANOVA for one way. Simply writing the ANOVA also carries 3 marks. If it is a 15 marks question, you may get define one-way classification and estimate the parameters in that. Means only for up to second side heading you are going to get. Or otherwise, what is one-way classification and how do you obtain the test statistic for that? Whatever you have in your syllabus, every line is going to, you are going to get a question under this. Expectation of sum of squares means read entire one-way classification. Any part you may get for the question. Generally you will get ANOVA definition, estimation of parameters and mean sum of squares. And I think you know how to write the ANOVA there. Similarly for two-way also definition of ANOVA, representing that in the table and estimating the parameters, partition sum of squares, and then partition sum of squares, expectation of area sum of squares, ANOVA table. Whatever you have prepared, the same will be. I think if you can understand one way, two way is just an extension, mathematical part will be easy. So this may be a long answer question. Any part of that you are going to get as a short answer question. So this is up to the ANOVA. Under ANOVA, define ANOVA, assumptions, Cochrane's, Das-Markov theorem, one way, two way are the questions from ANOVA. Then you are shifting to design of experiments. There the short answers are nothing but define an experiment. Is a short answer question. What are the types of experiments? Is a short answer question. And you have there efficiency. I have said you small definitions like efficiency of design, you have definition there. Efficiency of design is a short answer question. And also you have the definitions like what is a treatment, what is a yield, what are blocks. You have all those small definitions. You have just take out your book so that you will find whatever I am teaching you. So under deviance of experiment, define experiment. Different terms under this like efficiency, treatments, blocks, replication. Those are the some of the very expected short answer questions. Some definitions surely you will get. After that, I have taught you about principles of experimental design. Under principles of experimental design, I think what is in that only have three subheadings called randomization, replication and local control. That is very expected short answer, long answer question for 12 marks. Principles of, anyway I will send you again, principles of experimental design. And the next one is nothing, those are called the basic principles of the experimental design. Then after finishing that you have CRD, advantages, disadvantages, RBD, advantages and disadvantages, complete statistical analysis of CRD. Statistical analysis of CRD is same to one way. If you can learn the one way, you can write the analysis of CRD with writing the null hypothesis. You will have step 1 called if you can learn this, this is also useful for practical. Calculating the grand total. Take out your book. CF is equals to G square by N. Draw sum of squares. Then you will calculate total sum of squares as RSS minus CF. Like that, you have a sequence of steps. Treatment sum of squares you will calculate. Then error sum of squares you will calculate. SSE is equal to SSTR minus SST minus SSTR. Then you will write the degrees of freedom for this. In the next step you are going to write the ANOVA table for CRD. You are going to write the definition, advantages and CRD, advantages and disadvantages is a short answer question. If it is, what is CRD? Write it statistical analysis means you should write all these steps along with ANOVA table, which is a long answer question. Similarly for RBD, you should write here layouts also, layout of CRD, I said you layout of CRD. You should write with examples you have in your notebook. Similarly under RBD, what is RBD? Definition, layout and statistical analysis. If this is a 3 marks question, if only you are asked with this is a 3 marks question. All together is a 12 marks question. Got it, girls? Means you should prepare whatever I taught in your book. You should read. Again I am repeating, you are not following any textbook. There's no, you cannot cut paste anything there. Whatever you have in the text notebook, you should read from top to bottom. Then only you can answer in a better way. Don't put choice. Don't go for choice in your notebook itself. If you go like that, I think getting pass marks is also very difficult for you. Read all the topics, whatever I taught you. RBD definition, layout, so that if you only ask definition, you'll get it's at the 3 marks. Preparation you do in this way. Depending upon the question, you are going to break that into parts. This is from Unit 1. What is from Unit 2? You have from Unit 2 you have RBD, and in that RBD again you have missing plot techniques in RBD and efficiency of RBD over CRD. RBD over CRD. From the missing plot techniques, from missing plots and efficiencies, surely you'll get a, depending upon that, short or long. I think second you have LST. Here what is LST and layout of LST. What is standard Latin square? You have in your book, look, you check that. Standard Latin square. From these questions again you'll get one short answer for 3 marks. Statistical analysis, if he is going to ask the statistical analysis, that's a 12 marks question. So again you have here LST, missing plot technique, and LST efficiencies. Means here you will have 2 theorems and 1 theorem. Means from RBD missing or LST missing you are going to get 1 question. From efficiencies, like efficiency of RBD or CRD, or efficiency of LST or RBD or LST or CRD, you are going to get another question. From Unit 2, Unit 2 comprises of 2 parts, designs 1 part and official statistics. So RBD missing, RBD efficiency, LST definition, standard Latin square, LST missing plot, and efficiencies of LST or RBD and CRD. From these 2 missings, like RBD missing and LST missing, you will get 1 question. From efficiencies you will get another question. Means you cannot leave anything there. These are the questions you should read from the first part of Unit 2. From the second part you have official statistics, like what is CSO. Girls, if you are good with theory, you go for the theory. Otherwise you put 100% focus on the first part. Okay, even you surely try to answer the short answers from second one, like what is CSO, what are its functions, what are its publications, what is NSSO, what are its functions and what are its publications, what is national income and methods of calculating national income. So girls, be sure that if you are going to answer for 12 marks question, the theory part should be good. Okay, if you answer partially you may not get good marks. So read it, but try to opt for 1 mark questions, short answers. Read this. This is from Unit 2. I think there is nothing much about to discuss Unit 3, as Unit 3 itself is very small one. What is Unit 3? Vital statistics. Under vital statistics, okay, what are vital events? What are the many short answers you will get from here. What are vital statistics? I think you know births, data related to births, deaths, migration, immigration are called the vital events, and the data on those are called the vital statistics. What are sources of vital statistics? Take out your book, take out your notebook and check. Sources of vital statistics. What are the sources? You have like census method and death registration method. Sources is another question. Rates, and what are rates and what are ratios? What are the uses of vital statistics? All these are short questions. After this, from this, the Unit 3 has only vital statistics, so there is no question of leaving any topic at all under your preparation, because vital statistics majorly comprises of mortality rates, fertility rates, third one, growth rates, life tables. These are the major topics you have under Unit 3. Mortality rates, I think you have different like CDR, ASDR, SDR, direct and indirect. You should write the description about it. there is no derivation part at all. You have the definitions, and try to remember, I gave you many advantages and disadvantages. Try to at least you try to remember one or two advantages, disadvantages for each of these measures. Mortality is one expected long answer question. Fertility also you have crude fertility rate, ASFR, total fertility rate, general fertility rate. You should define all these. If you can remember systematically, if you read, you'll understand, you'll remember the advantages, disadvantages also. This is another 12 marks question. Growth rates means you have NRR and GRR, gross reproductive rate and net reproductive rate. These two are also important. This is another 12 marks question, means for under 3 you are going to get A or B. A may be from these two one question, B may be from these two, or from these two you may get one question, means all the 4 topics are important. Under life tables, I think, what is a life table? What are the uses of life table? What are the uses of life table? What is a life table? Uses of life table, components of life table, and you have small formulas under this. And a small problem I said you in class. You may get a numerical problem from life tables, which we did in the very small one. We did finding them. You should describe life table, uses, components, abridged life table also. These are the and you have Pearl's vital index. You have one more thing, Pearl's life index. All those, whatever you have in the classwork, better you read all, then only you can answer anything. It may be either long or short answer question. So followed, I am going to send a list of questions on this. Okay, all the best girls. Thank you.